This sea of resin is basically all my miscasts, all my spruey bits, all the waste product from my resin casting. And I think it's time to do something with it. I've got a couple of sprues that are just some nice orky bits. I might sort those out. Put that to the side. This is a very chaosy piece. This is a bootleg miniature I made a couple of years ago. We can probably use these on our chaos wastes. Row of teeth, that's very good for our chaos table. Ramshackle Curtis did a Boglanders Kickstarter and all the accessories came on these skull sprues. And honestly, they really, really rock. I think I'll collect all the skull ones for the chaos wastes. Like handfuls. See, this is absolutely why you make your sprues useful. I made some sculpting tool holders a little while ago, and honestly, this is very Ian Miller-esque, I think. Good for our chaos wastes. This one's beautiful. I don't know what the context of this one is, or how it got in my bits box. Is this a sprue from something, or is this just a nice terrain piece? This is a great sprue from Curtis. And this little maggot. Ah. And this is a sprue from Rachel, my wonderful partner. She sculpted these heads. I talk so much about making useful sprues, but I think it's about time that I actually make something useful with the ones that I have. And I think my plan is big chaos effigies or living obstacles or just pure weird scenery for my chaos wastes. I'm essentially making little sculptures made out of found objects, and I'm trying to balance all the weird shapes and sizes and just join them together in aesthetically pleasing ways. There's no plan, just exploring what works, what doesn't, but also this is chaos, and I don't think we can really mess it up. You know, I had a dream to put all these miscasts in a mold for a giant orc gargant. That was once upon a time though. That's why I was initially holding on to all this stuff. But I think making a brand new shiny model, honestly, might be kind of a waste. Instead, I want to make something that shows my molding and casting hobby flaws, all my learnings, all my progress. Those things kind of deserve attention too. And they're great pieces, great talking points, especially the sprues. When people ask, where's that bit from? Being able to say, you know, that's actually waste from a model. Yeah, my friend Curtis, he makes beautiful sprues so people can turn them into stuff. I think that's a cool thing to do. All right. It's your time to shine. I think these flatter pieces definitely need some like jotty out bits to give them a bit more dimension. I mean, these planes, they look great, but this direction not so much. And I was thinking, instead of raiding my bits box, how about I just use some old sprue that I was going to throw away anyway, which kind of seems like the theme of this terrain set. I can't believe I'm using the teeth from yesterday, but they look so good. And it was expired Milliput anyway, and I can always make more. But it feels right, so I'm just going to go with it. The epoxy is still not cured, but I want to hit them with like a xenothol or something so we can see what the detail looks like. This is sick. Honestly, with paint on it, I'm like actually blown away with how good it looks. And obviously we'll paint it more and add more detail and washes and dry brushes and all that sort of stuff. But as is, I think this is pretty bloody magic. I've had this stuff for years and years and years. Finally. doing it. We're making that Realm of Chaos terrain.